Today let us discuss about the microsatellite unstable colonic carcinomas. Microsatellites are simple DNA mononucleotides and short sequences found throughout the DNA repeated up to several times. This microsatellite instability occurs due to deficiency of certain mismatch repair proteins. They are, for example, MLH1, MSH2, MSH6, PMS2, etc. So due to deficiency of these mismatch repair proteins like MLH1, MSH2, MSH6, PMS2, etc., microsatellite instability occurs. Due to this microsatellite instability, mutations occurs in certain genes. For example, transforming growth factor beta receptor 2, BAX, etc. We know that transforming growth factor beta inhibits cellular proliferations. So when there is mutation of the transforming growth factor beta receptor 2, its inhibitory effect is lost. And we know that BAX and BAC are pro-apoptotic proteins. So they help in apoptosis, programmed cell death. So when there is mutation of BAX, there is no programmed cell death or apoptosis. Again, cellular proliferation occurs. So due to deficiency of mismatch repair proteins like MLH1, MSH2, MSH6, PMS2, etc., microsatellite instability occurs, and that leads to accumulated mutations in the genes like transforming growth factor beta receptor 2, BAX, etc. So that there is increased further cellular proliferation. These microsatellite unstable tumors possess certain morphology. They are usually right-sided, and they are usually mucinous tumors, and they possess tumor infiltrating lymphocytes. These are some of the morphological features of microsatellite unstable tumors: right-sided, mucinous, and tumor infiltrating lymphocytes. What is the implication for testing for microsatellite unstable tumors? What is the benefit of that? They have got prognostic value, predictive value, as well as in the detection of Lynch syndrome. First, let us discuss the prognostic value. These microsatellites unstable tumors are prognostically better than the conventional colonic carcinoma because they are less prone to lymph node metastasis and they are less prone to distant metastasis. So prognostically favorable, less prone to lymph node metastasis and distant metastasis. Then about the predictive value, how they respond to the treatment. The microsatellite unstable tumors usually resistant to 5-fluorouracil. So if we give 5-fluorouracil containing treatment regimen, the tumors are resistant to 5-fluorouracil and they are more responsive to irinotecan. So that is the predictive indications. Then about the detection of Lynch syndrome. Lynch syndrome or hereditary non-polyposis colon cancer is characterized by autosomal dominant inheritance, and 60% of the patients with this Lynch syndrome or hereditary non-polyposis colon cancer will develop colorectal cancer by the age of 50, and they are prone to develop other cancers like endometrial cancers, ovarian cancers, stomach cancers, biliary cancers, etc. So how can we detect whether these microsatellite unstable tumors are part of Lynch syndrome or they are sporadic microsatellite unstable tumors? For this, the testing of mismatch repair protein by IHC or immunohistochemistry will help. Let us see how we can approach to these tumors. These are the immunohistochemistry for various mismatch repair protein like MLH1, MSH2, MSH6, PMS2, etc. If they are positive, they will appear as brown color, and The positive staining is in the nuclear stain. Here the lymphocytes have taken the brown color in their nucleus, but the tumor nucleus has not taken the brown color. So MLH1 is deficient here. Let us move to MSH2. Here the lymphocytes have taken and the tumor nuclei has taken the brown color. So MSH2 is present. It is not deficient in this case. In this tumor, MSH6 has taken the nuclear stain, but PMS2 is deficient. So MLH1 and PMS2 mismatch repair protein is deficient there because there is no staining here. But MSH2 and MSH6 has taken the brown color, so they are not deficient. If there is deficiency of MLH1 mismatch repair protein, there is high likely chance that the tumor is likely to be sporadic rather than part of Lynch syndrome. Because MLH1 and PMS2 exist as heterodimers, whenever there is loss of MLH1, usually there is loss of PMS2 as well. So when there is deficiency of MLH1, there is high likely chance that it is likely to be a sporadic microsatellite unstable tumors rather than a Lynch syndrome. To make sure that, we have to do BRAF mutation. If MLH1 is deficient and BRAF V600E mutation is present, then it is likely to be sporadic. Then there is no need for germline testing for the further family members. So if MLH1 is deficient and BRAF mutation is present, likely to be sporadic and no need for doing further germline testing of family members. Now let us move to another case where MLH1 has taken the brown stain. So MLH1 is present here, PMS2 is present here, but MSH2 and MSH6 both are deficient. In such cases, when MSH2 and MSH6 are deficient, very high likely chance that it is part of Lynch syndrome. So whenever there is MSH2 or MSH6 deficiency, it requires further germline testing of family members for the detection of Lynch syndrome. That is how we can approach to microsatellite unstable tumors.